Hello everyone, welcome to the 7th episode of the Mradul Sachan Show, fueled by the hustlers of India. Today we have Mr. Alok Kumar Srivastava with us. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Mradul. Thank you for inviting me on this show. And I hope you are doing fine in this pandemic situation. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I am safe. मैं अपनी ऑडियंस को बता दूं that he has worked for 5 different organizations and have work experience of more than 15 years. तो आज सर हमसे अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर रहे होंगे, साथ ही टिप्स भी दे रहे होंगे कि एक स्टूडेंट जो बस इस फील्ड में अभी आया ही है वो कैसे एक सक्सेसफुल इंजीनियर बन सकता है. सो माय फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, सर, व्हाई यू वेंट फॉर द प्राइवेट सेक्टर?
जब मैंने इंजीनियरिंग शुरू की थी देन आई थॉट ओके मैं कुछ ऐसा करूँगा कि मैं कुछ नए प्रोडक्ट्स पे काम करूँगा, मैं कुछ नया बनाऊँगा. And I was pretty much into development. So then I started my career in private sector with Wipro Infotech, and which given me an opportunity to work on different technologies and learn new languages and technical languages in that sense, right? So that's why I joined private sector, and that time it was pretty much lucrative in sense of pay and all. Yeah.
All right, sir. So what was the most challenging engineering project you have worked on, and how did you overcome that challenge?
So since we are into information technology, so there was a transformation project which required so much preparation and so much dedicated time and energy, and with the at the same time you had pretty much learning in that particular project. So preparation is the key when I talk about being successful in any of the project. But it's not only about engineering, it's any project you take in your hand. So you can take to prepare yourself and to think different dimensions of the project, right? Different dialects of the project, and you find ways how it can be unsuccessful before you really go to implement that. So preparation and and I would say rehearsal is the key while executing a big project.
Okay, sir. So what checks and balances do you use to make sure that you don't make mistakes?
So exercise your role and your responsibilities very carefully while you are if you are touching a live customer network, right? You have to be pretty much careful while touching that particular live node, because it may impact thousands of users, right, at the same time. So if you do your rehearsals, you do your preparations, you do your mock drills while of execution correctly, it will make you successful. And that is the key to be on top of the failures, right?
Yes, sir.
And to achieve the success of that particular change or maybe that particular project.
Okay, sir. What are the most important lessons that you have learned in your life after becoming an engineer?
Okay, so it's not about only after I became engineer, it's about everywhere. So when you are a kid, you are taught like you need to skill up yourself, right? Okay. Yes. So that has too much significant in whole life, right? You cannot keep yourself unskilled at any cost while you are working in an industry which is changing so fast. So whatever you feel like, okay, it comes in life, whether it's related to your sociological life or maybe in your projects, you have to be very much on top of it. maybe some new technology coming in, you need to learn, and you want to learn, you need to explore that, right? So
Yes.
learning is the key to be successful in life.
All right, sir. You have been in this field for more than 15 years. What are the three things that help an engineer in a long run?
Skill up yourself, as it is just coming from the previous question. Okay, skill up yourself, keep yourself engaged. Okay, in in learning new things. If you find something difficult, try to practice again and again on it, right? If
Yes,
you
sir.
practice more, it will make your life easier. Like many times I felt some kind of stress, right, while doing and performing some changes in the system. Now if I practice on that particular change, right, on a
Yes,
mock
sir.
system or somewhere, then it gives me immense confidence while I'm executing that change, or maybe that that change in a live system. So that is another thing, right? Then
Yes, sir.
again, at the same time, you need to have a work-life balance. Okay,
Okay. Okay, sir.
work is work, and you have two different zones in your whole whole life, right? One is your work, one is your family. So you have
Yes.
to find a balance between that. Otherwise, it will be, if you you are spending more time on work. It's kind of quality of life, right? Okay, maybe you are spending 15 hours in a day for work, and you are spending only 3 hours with your family, but that is having quality, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that also makes your work life balance works, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, when you were starting out as a young engineer, what
Yeah.
was it that led you to your career now?
Okay, so be clear what you want to be, right? In what field you want to excel. See, there are, when as an engineer, we learn so many things. We learn development, we learn administration, right?
Yes.
We learn core engineering technologies as well. So, until or unless you are pretty much clear in your mind what exactly I want to be, right?
Yes, sir.
It is not going to help. And once you find that particular point, particular line, okay, I want to be in, I want to excel in this particular line, right? Or maybe in particular technology. Put all your efforts into that, right? Maybe
Yes.
if you want, you can, join some of, learning classes, right? Related to that technology. And it will give you confidence while you are preparing for an interview or going out for an interview, right? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
that way you can get a successful engineering career.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wish you had known 15 years ago?
Yes, there are so many things, right? And I come from a village background. Okay, so there the access to the information the way we are getting nowadays, right? It wasn't
Yes,
present, right?
Hmm.
So if you find a good mentor during your school days, right, who can actually guide you where to go and what to do and what not to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Obviously depending on your own own interest, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
that will be a great help. Luckily, though I was in village, but I had my uncle as a mentor, right? So
Yes, sir.
he guided me pretty well, and I am really thankful to him for that.
Okay, sir. Every year, on an average, 1.5 million students get their degree in engineering. But due to lack of skill required to perform technical jobs, less than 20% get employment in their core domain. According to you, what is the reason for this?
So it depends, like what. See, when we join engineering, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
We had a aim, right? Whether I'm gonna do a job in this field or that field, or I'm gonna learn this thing or that thing, right? So if you make it clear to yourself, okay, this is what I am going to do after my engineering, right? Okay. And see, take your subjects not as a mean of getting a job. Take your subject as a getting knowledge into yourself, right? Okay. Because see, in India there is a problem with this thing, right? Degree can't get you a job. Only skills can get, right? Yes. So if you upskill yourself, you develop an skill for any technology or any core domain, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You will get a job. And I mean, that's not only for that 20%, it's for 100%. Every engineering student, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Any advice for those who want to pursue a career similar to yours?
Yes. If you had a dream, follow it rigorously until you achieve it.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could step into my shoes, what would you have asked yourself that I didn't?
So, okay. I would have asked myself what I am doing as my social responsibility, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. I would have asked that question. It's 15 years, right? For
Yes,
me, and that is pretty long. I mean, 1.5 decade, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I would have asked what I am doing socially. I mean, to fulfill some of my dreams, right? And there are people who are still wanting to achieve those things what I have achieved so far.
Yes.
Though, right? So what I am doing for them, right? So that question I would have asked to whoever was there if I was interviewing, right?
All right. So can you answer the same question? What are you doing as your social responsibility?
Yes. So we are running a small school in my village. Okay. With the help of my wife, and obviously there are other partners, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that way we are trying to mentor our village children, right, in their dreams and how to achieve them and how to get what they want, right, from their life.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Any message you want to convey through the Mradul Sachan Show?
Is follow your dreams until you do not leave run until you get it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving our show time and sharing your experience and your valuable lessons.
Thank you, Mradul, for inviting me. I hope it was great for you as well. I mean, while doing a conversation with me, right?
Yes, sir.
And thanks again. Yeah.
All right, sir. तो इसी के साथ इस एपिसोड को खत्म करते हैं. You can follow the Mradul Sachan Show page on Instagram to get early updates of our show and get in touch with me. See you in the next episode of the Mradul Sachan Show. Till then, take care, stay